Can I ask this? Does it feel like they're trying to justify where they took him
Yes.
with saying he's going to play 2 ways because that's what we said when we took him? Like, why can't they just let him be great at one side or the other? Which I tend to think, even though he's a great receiver because he's a natural athlete, I think he's a better cornerback. I think that's more natural to him, and it fits like where his skill set and game is at. But that also might not be a need really for them.
They had success, so I think they have some flexibility, but I still think it's selling a bill of goods. He sells hope. They were good, but they weren't good enough this year. So what continues to give you hope moving forward? You know, it's like because of the injury, you get a 2-for-1. You get the benefit of being able to still continue to market, you know, him as a dual threat guy, a two-way guy, and it's not, you know, it's not been used up in his rookie year. You get to do it in his sophomore season. So whether they'll do it or not, I think Liam Cohen and those guys really did an excellent job of finding balance. From time to time on the opposite side of the ball would most likely be into the equation. I'm certain they're going to use him more on the side. You do not want that wear and tear on one of your guys that you're looking at to be a franchise guy. But it doesn't mean you can't say that's what you're going to do.
Do you look at him then and say he'd be better off being a wide receiver then? I mean, they get a lot more protections if you're concerned about his size and just in general.
If I'm concerned about his size, which, I mean, Devontae Smith has done, you know, he's maintained being pretty healthy in Philly. But if I'm really concerned about his size, I'm putting him at corner, you know, because I don't want him to get hit. You know,
but then if I'm an OC, I'm going to run at him. I'm going to try to run outside zone or put him in positions where I can run at him every time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell the receivers, don't block him. Let him make the tackle. Go block the safety.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're going to use them both ways, but I think seeing him have a knee injury, they're definitely going to be protective over how they're using him.
Also, sounds like a lot of concerns for a guy you gave up 4 picks for, including a first rounder next year. Seems like, you know, maybe
that's why you're going to stay true to saying you're going to play them both ways. I mean,
man.
Right?
I was also going to say, I don't know if this is even like proven. I have to comb through this, but as a wide receiver, you know the steps you're taking, right? Like obviously they're counted off sometimes, they're calculated and how they're going to cut and run. DBs are always reactive. I think coming off like a knee injury, you'd almost rather be a receiver than a DB, just because at least you can prepare your body a little bit more for it. You know what I'm saying?
If you're playing man, if you're manning him up, if you put him in his zone, all he's doing is dropping back, you know.
But so just that break is more reactionary.
Yeah. I could see it. I could see it both ways. I could see it both ways, but I mean, however it goes, Travis Hunter has been sold as a guy that is a generational talent that is versatile enough to be able to do both things. His skill sets are vast. So I just don't think they're going to overuse him. I don't, but they will use him both sides, both ways.
Yeah. Well, the Browns got their first next year, so I'm sure the Browns probably thought, "Oh, this will be a top pick," and then next thing you know, the Jags made a run. So,
hour 3 coming at you.
Yeah, damn right.
All right.
This message is brought to you by Pizza Hut, because if you're yelling hot on Sundays, why not yell pizza first, Jonas?
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man, especially when it comes to Pizza Hut. It's so good.
How about the Big New Yorker, Jonas? That's right. It's their biggest pizza, bro. And right now, it's just $10.
I mean, LeVar, that just smells and tastes like success. And for only $10, sign me up.
Before the first hut, grab the Big New Yorker and you're set for the whole game.
I am dedicated. I am TNT.
Team in Training will change your life with a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients. Join TNT, fundraise for blood cancer patients, train with world-class trainers, and be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Still working that accident in the Buda area. Left lane's blocked. 35 northbound at Robert S. Light Boulevard. About a 9-minute delay in the area. Stop and go traffic now back from Kyle Parkway. An accident reported 51st Street at I-35. Right there on the service road, causing no delay. And another accident reported 183 northbound after Anderson Mill Road. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Oh, we're going to be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over? You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-408-4040. That's 800-408-4040.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a feel-good Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300. The Zone. Texas told you we ain't done yet. When it comes to the portal, number 4, Texas women travel to South Carolina in an epic battle for the ages. Another gambling scandal in the NCAA. The NFL playoffs start back up tomorrow afternoon. And Parker Coleman of K-View joins us at 8:17. And the Dodgers are becoming the evil empire. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you another chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas versus Texas A&M tomorrow at the Moody Center, 5 o'clock tip-off. But how do you get them? You got to use that talkback feature on that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Leave the message. They'll get back to you. And hopefully we'll see you at the game tomorrow. Let's get into it. We told you, Texas, they ain't done yet. On working.
Why are you whispering when you say?
I think we ain't done yet.
I think we ain't done yet. And Texas told you that they weren't done. We said the last day that you can enter the portal is today. Today is the last day that you can enter the portal. Well, there was some news that came out of the 40 acres yesterday. They made the move and went and got another offensive lineman. Texas lands an offensive lineman from Wake Forest. His name is Melvin Ciani, and he is somebody that has played a lot of football. He's 6'6", 302-pound junior that will have 2 years of eligibility left. He made 24 starts in 28 games, including 17 starts at left tackle and seven starts at right tackle. Now, this is going to be something to pay attention to. Brandon Baker will end up probably moving to guard, and Trevor Goolsby will be staying at left tackle. I don't know about you, but when you have two big bookends on that offensive line to protect Arch Manning, one of the things that Arch Manning said earlier, he didn't personally say it, but it was reported that he said, I'm going to take a pay cut. I'm not going to want all the money. I want to make sure that we get our team better, and they made him look good. Here he is now. The offensive line is shaping up to be really, really good.
And not just picking up one that gave up 0 sacks last season.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did he gave up 0 sacks, but he only gave up 2 pressures in a season.
Yep.
So this is really, really good from the passing standpoint, but I haven't heard anything about his run blocking or how strong he is, and I will find all that out in camp.
Yeah, well, Hardge 247 with our guy Eric Henry. It says Ciani played 859 snaps in 2025, 6 hurries, 3 quarterback hits, 0 sacks, and only had 7 penalties. That's one thing that Texas definitely is going to have to be working on is those penalties, pre-snap penalties always. But you start looking at what we went through, the offensive line went through last year and the learning curve and making sure that they have some space that can be created for the running game. And, of course, the protection of Arch Manning, giving him time to throw the ball to those high-level receivers that are here at the University of Texas. This has the makings, finally, of looking like a team that could be in the conversation late in the year, just like we're talking about Indiana and Miami for the national championship.
Right. Well, on paper.
Right.
And
ain't nobody played none yet.
Yeah, nobody's played yet, but it's looking pretty interesting to, as you would say, interesting to see all of these guys on paper. And with the training staff, Coach Beckton, I'm sure he's gonna get all the guys right, diet wise and strength wise, and Coach Sark and his staff. I have all the faith in the world that they'll get the job done.
Yeah, this is a guy that when you look at him, as I said, he's 6'6", 302 pounds. He's gonna be moving some furniture, and that's what Texas needs. You're losing DJ Campbell, and you step right in with a guy like Melvin Siani that gives you an opportunity to put somebody in place, and he's got 2 years left of eligibility. So,
Wow.
so this is something too that you're going to be working on time in and time out. So I look forward to all the things that are happening on the 40 acres. You start to look at the portal and see what they have been able to do. They've made some moves and filled some spots. I mean, that is something that we've all been looking forward to as well.
Well, is this a case of, well, Melvin Siani is there, we're going to forget about Seton?
Yeah. I mean, you filled the void.
Yep.
You're gonna keep putting tackles out there. I'm going there. You're probably gonna be back up.
Yeah, we're gonna make you a guard.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that right there was the move. You know, because here's the deal. And we're not in those meetings. And Brandon Harris, I'll let you hear from Brandon Harris in just a moment. Brandon Harris is the general manager. He's the one that deals with it. That's why Coach Sark has talked about that numerous times. But after a while, some of these players kind of price themselves out of stuff. And like we talked about before, all money ain't good money.
No.
And if at the end of the day, it has to be more than just about the money. How good do you truly want to be? Do you want to be playing for championships? What is your desire?
That's my thing.
Desire?
Coming to Texas, one, you also get the best facilities you can have. Secondly, you're going to play for a winner. You have the opportunity to win a national championship or be in the Final Four or be in the playoff or whatever it is. That's what you're signing up for.
Right.
And I hope these guys realize that whatever number that people are throwing at you to come into the portal, like, you know that 40% of that is going to go to taxes. So you got to cut that in half. And a lot of these people are not explaining to them that they're not going to just hand them a briefcase like they see in the movies with $700,000 in it. It's not how it works. You know, you ever heard of a quarterly payment? Like they're going to stretch all of this stuff out. And they're not explaining to these kids. They think that it's just going to come like a drug deal. And so you have to like really break all of this stuff down. I know that's pretty extreme, but
like, man.
I'm just saying. We use movie references, right?
Well, but I do think that these people and their handlers, their agents understand what it's about, because most of these agents are NFL agents as well. So they know how to manipulate the numbers. But the thing that's more important to me,
chop it up.
Yeah, the thing that's more important to me is the thought process of being prepared to come in and work, because there's guys in the NFL that make money. There's guys everywhere that make money. But do you want to be a winner? And I look at Jordan Seton, not saying that this is true, or maybe it is, but one of the things that I always look at is when Texas gets involved, people offer more money. And you use Texas as a ploy to get more money.
Yeah.
When a job opening came up here at the University of Texas, Tom Herman was relieved of his duties. More people their names were being thrown around as possible replacements for Tom Herman. Well, every coach at every university got more money because their name was mentioned about possibly being a candidate to come to the University of Texas. I'm not saying it doesn't, that Texas is the holy grail, but when Texas is involved,
Yeah, increase leverage.
It creates big time leverage, gives you an opportunity to go to your bosses and say, hey, Texas is knocking. Can I get a little bit more money? That's why the agents are involved. So it is a game. It's a shell game, actually, right now. Don't look at this hand, look at this hand. But Texas is making moves, and I think Texas fans that were kind of shaky in the very beginning are now looking a little bit better and saying,
oh, people sitting back?
Yeah. They weren't on the internet every day arguing about stuff. Now they're like, all right, who else we gonna get? Now you're just waiting to see what's going to happen. So I'm excited to see what Texas is doing, but I'm more excited to see what's going to be on the field when they get back out there to practices. We're just getting started on a feel-good football Friday. Texas women went on the road yesterday, and we're going to talk about it, and we'll hear from Vic Schaefer. We got an NCAA scandal, and the Dodgers, man, oh man, they just keep doing it.
Where they keep getting all this money?
Money. They in NIL too. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeart Radio app.
Breaks the tackle 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Listen to the Bama Brown experience on the free iHeart Radio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Still, that accident reported 51st Street at I-35, right there on the service road, causing no delay. But good news out of Buda, that accident cleared up. 35 northbound at Robert S. Light Boulevard, causing only about a 1 to 2 minute delay right now. And we still have that accident reported 183 northbound after Anderson Mill Road. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Over 3 million Texans struggle with diabetes. They're our neighbors, teachers, doctors and nurses, police officers, and often our family members. Across every walk of life, Texans may be fighting a serious health battle, but there's hope for a cure. Right now, when you make a donation to HelpStopDiabetes.com, Thomas J. Henry will generously match your donation, with all proceeds supporting the American Diabetes Association. Because when we take care of each other, we take care of Texas. Please make your donation today. Visit HelpStopDiabetes.com.
The misinformation and miscommunication surrounding health and science are almost laughable. So why not laugh about it?
The toilet is like our refuge. Your toilet is your only place where you get to escape.
It's a new year, new start. And the hilarious podcast Health Stuff is taking a new look at health.
This is a show about the basics of health, but this is not a basic show.
Turns out, real health conversations aren't always polite. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Health Stuff, and listen now.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
1971. It was a simpler time, a groovy time.
Soul Train had just started chugging along. Everyone had a lava lamp for some reason. Weeble started to wobble, but as we all know, they don't fall down. It's really something. But it wasn't all Weebles and bell-bottoms. There was also the Vietnam War and a growing nationwide movement protesting it.
Look behind you. See the thousands marching today.
Across the country, people were speaking up, and the more they did, the more they learned about the hidden underbelly of the most powerful law enforcement agency in the land. I'm Ed Helms, host of Snafu, Season 2, Medberg, the story of a daring heist that exposed J. Edgar Hoover's epic FBI snafu. Hear the incredible true story that almost got buried.
I was told that it might not be published the next day or might not be published ever.
As told by the ordinary citizens who took extraordinary measures.
Getting caught was virtually inevitable.
To expose J. Edgar Hoover's secret FBI.
Many of the techniques were clearly illegal, but justified in the interest of national security.
If it meant some risks that were involved, well, that's what citizens sometimes have to do.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
The Longhorns will wave the white flag, and that'll do it. Heck of a ball game tonight. But the Longhorns come up short. Final score here tonight, the South Carolina Gamecocks 68, the Texas Longhorns 65.
Tough loss for the Texas women's basketball team as they lose to South Carolina. You heard the voice of the Texas Longhorns, our guy Craig Way, 68-65. And Mark, as we looked at this game and watched this game yesterday, you knew it was going to be a battle. Number 4, Texas versus number 2, South Carolina. Evenly matched teams. They played each other earlier this year. Texas gets the win on I'm not going to say a last second, but close to last second jumper by Rory Harmon. And you knew that it was going to be a dogfight. Both teams made the other team speed up. Texas finished with 22 turnovers. And South Carolina finished with 20. Two things that both of these teams don't do is turn the ball over. At one point, Texas was the number 2 team in the nation in turnovers, only averaging 10. Well, they had 22 in this game. And you look at the numbers and how it was spread out. Texas went 1 of 9 from three-point land. Texas, great from the free throw line, probably their best game, 12 of 13 from the free throw line. South Carolina, 18 of 16. But you start looking at how this game ended, and you have some moments that kind of stood out.
Well, I think the biggest thing that stood out to me, and I brought this up to you in the break, is, and you gave me a good counterpoint, is I've not seen Texas get so many jump balls. Like, they would get their shot blocked, and, for most of my life, anytime you got your shot block, you let the ball hit the ground and then you go after it. Texas didn't do that. And what was your response to that?
Well, they're not used to getting their shots blocked. They don't normally get their shots blocked. And when you play against a long team like South Carolina, who's playing without Chloe Pitts as well. Chloe Kitts, excuse me, one of the best players in college basketball. They're playing without her. And South Carolina now 5-0 in conference play. Texas, for the first time, loses 2 games in a row. They fall to 3-2. And after the game, Vic Schaefer talked about his team, and he's got a different tone than what he had last week.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any doubt anybody who was in the arena tonight or on national TV saw 2 teams really just compete and play their hearts out. I'm very proud of my kids. I think we're in a tough spot, and I'm just proud of how hard they played. And their focus tonight. We've had a couple of games where we've turned it over a little bit more than normal. We were averaging 9 point something going into the LSU game. We've had back-to-back games where we've had, I think 17, and tonight we had 22. But I mean, I can't fault my kids tonight. They played their heart out. As always, a great environment here. It's when I walk off that floor tonight, I know I got a hell of a team, and we'd stay overnight and play tomorrow if they want to. We came up a little short tonight. We had some things, we have a thing we talk about, a poem that's called "It's Only One Possession." And I think each of our players could claim that. It's only one possession. I mean, it's a one possession game, and probably the play of the game is Okot's 3. Other than that, man, it was just a heavyweight title fight. And I'm not trading my group for anybody. I love these kids. I love their fight. I love their competitive spirit. I thought they were really tough tonight. And again, been put in a really tough situation. So I'm proud of them. And you know what? We'll go back home tonight. We'll go to work tomorrow. We'll get ready to play A&M on Sunday at home. And we'll just take it one game at a time. But this team is really special. Again, congratulations to South Carolina. They played really well. I thought we competed very well. We got them on the offensive boards by 4. They only got 2 in the second half. Of course, they shot it way better. 63% in the third, 50 in the fourth. So our defense wasn't quite as solid as it was in the first and the second. But man, I'm proud of my kids. I hate it for them that the way it turned out, but you know what, they did all they could do.
It sounded really good to me as far as his morale compared to last week. But also, there's a possibility they may play twice more. Because you could play in the Final Four, and you could end up on opposite sides and play in the championship game. They could play this team twice more this season. So, like him saying, if they wanted to play tomorrow, that they would do it. That's game. That they have the scrappiness and the fight to want to do it. And there's probably only about 6 teams in the country that are going to give Texas that kind of run. And I would put
they're all in the SEC.
And they're all in the SEC. I think that UCLA.
No,
Connecticut.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Connecticut too. Both of those teams are good. And Texas beat UCLA. But I'm just saying, like they have the potential to get their get back. And I don't want to see an angry Texas team if I'm A&M, and that's exactly who they're going to get.
Yep. Well, at one point, the Texas was up 57-55. They go down. They miss the jumper. South Carolina does. And this thing says Justice Carlton. It was not Justice Carlton. It was Jordan Lee got the rebound. And then she got it taken away from him. And Joyce Edwards got the steal. And she got an and one. And that changed the game. And then Coach talked about that 3-pointer by Okot. Let me just tell you, she was 2 of 6 on the season before she took that jumper. And nobody closed out on her because they knew that's not her game. She stepped back, took her time, and knocked that 3-point shot down.
And the crowd went nuts.
So in those particular moments, they did what they needed to do. That's why Coach is like, hey, my girls fought. They played hard. They did what they needed to do. It was an ugly basketball game between 2 heavyweight fighters. And just like Coach said, he wouldn't train them, but he knows too, there's some work that needs to be done. There's some consistency that needs to be found. We talked about Rory Harmon and her going out in the fourth quarter and not playing in the fourth quarter. Well, last night, Rory came out on a mission. She had 16 points, 5 assists again. She just continues to play hard and does what she's supposed to do. She took that stuff to heart on what happened. the other night, and she came out ready to play. So it was a very impressive performance by all that is involved. But like I said, they don't normally turn the ball over the way that they turned it over. And that's what Coach was talking about.
No, they did some things really well. One of the things I think was a Coach Vic special, not guarding the inbouncer and playing man on man. So it was 5-on-4. And that defensively shook them, forced them to throw a bunch of passes out of bounds. Texas had, I feel like, an advantage from a schematic standpoint. That Coach Vic, I'm not saying that, Don Staley is over with, because she's not.
No.
But I thought that Coach Vic did a really good job of strategy and play calling. And there were points where, like, at least 4 times, Texas got shots blocked and didn't let the ball hit the floor, and they turned the ball over.
Yeah.
So that's something that you have to keep in mind.
On some of the jump balls, they got them back, though, because of the possession era. But in the other part of it, that press that they had, it was difficult in the beginning, but what they ended up doing was throwing
the long pass.
And they got a couple layups out of that deal because Texas couldn't get back. Those are the types of things that kind of not stress me out, but when you give up an easy bucket because you're pressing so much, you got to have somebody deep. You got to have a free safety, don't you? I mean, like,
it's not football.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to if you're going to give up
But
a
you know
layup.
what? I did think that if you have 5, then, after about 1 point, 2 point, now you have somebody go deep, and then the other woman goes and replaces the furthest person out.
Yep.
And that just, they'll do that next time. That's what coaching does.
Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. NCAA in the Hardge Knocks life. What are we going to do? Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Good morning. That accident did clear out on 35 northbound at Robert S. Light Boulevard, only about a 1-minute delay. We have a disabled vehicle, though, blocking the center lane, 35 on the frontage road, southbound at FM 2001. Accident reported to 183 northbound at Anderson Mill Road. Other than that, things are looking pretty decent. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leif Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to LeafJohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Victor Wembanyama with a new shaved head returned from a first quarter injury, scored 22 to lead the Spurs over the Bucks. Texans visit the Patriots in the AFC divisional round Sunday. Wide receiver Nico Collins missed his second straight practice yesterday due to a concussion. Dodgers keep adding to their star-studded roster, signed outfielder Kyle Tucker to a 4-year deal worth $240 million. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Discover.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Jesus didn't live passively. He lived on a rescue mission. As we step into the new year, the Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow podcast reminds us that God has called us to more, to live on purpose and rise as conquerors. As followers of Christ, we're called to do the same, because discipline may be painful in the moment, but it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search The Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow and listen now.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 80s Rock Ride. 80s Rock Ride features Van Halen, Aerosmith, Billy Idol, Def Leppard, and more to jam out in the car.
I stay for a white wedding.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 80s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In the next segment, we will have conversations. Texas A&M comes to town, and Texas men are ready. We're going to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets as well. But I want to get into this conversation because I'm worried about college athletics. I really am. And I am all for the players being able to get their NIL deals. I'm all for that. But again, we've talked about the ability to put guardrails on a lot of this stuff. Another thing that I am worried about is the integrity of the game. How many times have you been hanging out with your boys or girls, and all of a sudden you see something that looks weird, and you go, man, that dude over there point shaving, man. This dude over here, man, come on. There's got to be a scandal. I got a buddy that texts me every single game.
There's a lot of apps, not apps, but like reels out there of people pointing out, oh, look at that. Why would that?
A lot of that. A lot of that is going on. So you start to understand that the pureness of the game has kind of changed. Well, yesterday there was some news that came out that some NCAA players were charged in some point shaving schemes. And here is the initial report. And when the government gets involved, you know they got the dirt.
And here comes Cross into the front court.
Went behind. And here comes Cross into the front court. Went behind his back, lost it.
For 3 years, federal prosecutors say some college basketball games around the country were fixed.
In the corner to Caresi.
And tonight, dozens of Division I players are charged with taking bribes from sports bettors to lose on purpose.
This was a massive scheme. It enveloped the world of college basketball. We're talking about dozens of games, athletes, 17 teams. I do view it as historic.
Now Hunter will get the Cowboy defender airborne and miss the shot.
In this 2024 game between New Orleans and McNeese State, the indictment says New Orleans guard Sidquavius Day Hunter agreed to underperform in exchange for thousands of dollars in bribe payments.
Hunter once again. This time he hits the three-pointer.
In an interview with ABC's Will Reeve, Hunter admitted to point shaving.
I make a couple and miss a couple. I was money hungry. That's how it was, money hungry.
David, college basketball players are allowed to make money legitimately by marketing their name, image, and likeness. But the indictment said the bribe payments were more lucrative, ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 per game.
Utterly ridiculous that this is where we are. But you understand that Day was needing that money.
40 grand, well, 80 grand was the first installment, but then the next one was 40 grand. You're going to compromise the relationship with the guys you play with over less than, it's no amount of money that should be there.
Integrity-wise, you are 1,000% correct. But financially, if you're somebody that does not know what that looked like, never experienced that, struggling, what do you think's going to happen? Quick lick, quick lick, quick lick. But it gets better because the numbers are out there, and Pete Thamel talked a little bit about this.
Well, I just saw you flashed up David Purdum's story. He's done an excellent job tracking this. Today, Pat, is sort of the culmination of what has dripped out over the last year, that there's been an unspooling federal investigation into point shaving in Division I men's college basketball. And what really emerged today was just sort of some of the hard realities of the depths of this scandal and how far it went. 20 people were charged in this. The ringleaders were a guy named Shane Hennon and Marvis Fairley. These guys are like career gamblers, career criminals, and they basically found ways through intermediaries, which included Antonio Blakeney, a former NBA player, star at LSU, to infiltrate these mostly small college basketball programs and convince guys to throw games. And you just look at the bets that were made on these tainted games. $458,000 on Towson to beat UNC A&T. $424,000 on Kent State to cover a first half line against Buffalo. Look, I'm as jaded and cynical as they come, and those blew my mind, Pat, that first of all, someone would wager that much, and second of all, that none of that got flagged. Now, those probably weren't singular wagers; they were wagers done by this network of people who were fixing these games. But it's it's an explosive day, for modern college basketball. It's you get about one of these a decade, right? And this is significant, and I think a lot of it speaks to how accessible gambling is right now. We saw the prop bet situation in the NBA show up, and this is some of the same unsavory folks that were tied to that are also tied to this allegedly. And it's a pretty remarkable sweeping investigation that was unsealed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania today.
Well, here's the other part of it. He told you about the $458,000 and the $424,000. There was also a $275,000 bet on South Alabama to cover the first half spread against Southern Miss. There was $256,000 bet on Northern Kentucky to cover the first half spread against Robert Morris. There was another bet of $161,000 on Louisiana Lafayette to cover the first half against Southern Miss. So 2 things. Southern Miss is in this thing twice. And that just goes to show you that they are targeting some of the smaller levels that they don't think will be noticed. But obviously this has been going on. And 2 things. Somebody saw it. flagged it, or somebody snitched. And then it got something else to kind of trigger this whole thing.
Well, I think it might have been the second. I think it might have been some snitching. Like, where my money at? Okay, I'm telling.
There was one report that said that one of the guys refused to do it in this group, and they stopped passing him the ball. They would not get him the ball.
Wow, that is
they
sad.
would not pass him the ball.
Don't pass Scotty the ball. He's not in.
He's not in the mix.
He's trying to win.
Yeah. And so certain things you start to look at, and you have to put some merit to
How are they not
friends that are
flagging this hard?
calling
You know better than I do. Like, you see your cousin as knows better. Why would you not flag a bet for a small time school? It's you gonna make $100,000 bet and not flag that?
I think it's so many bets on these small schools that it did get flagged.
And not only that, you heard him say there's so much access to this on your phone where you can place a wager at any time, and people just don't look at it like that. Now people are being watched. They clocking this. Right now, we're gonna come back and talk a little bit more about Texas men's basketball, but I also want to give a shout out to the NCAA Hall of Fame candidates that will now be announced that are going in. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Bonus bucks. Once you win $1,000 in bonus bucks, you'll have more money to use on your fantasy leagues. Bonus bucks. The winning happens every weekday, right here
on 1300 The Zone.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Good morning. That accident did clear out on 35 northbound at Robert S. Light Boulevard, only about a 1-minute delay. We have a disabled vehicle, though, blocking the center lane, 35 on the frontage road southbound at FM 2001. Accident reported to 183 northbound at Anderson Mill Road. Other than that, things are looking pretty decent. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. At Uline,
They know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
In 1982, Atari players across the country settled into their shag carpeting. Homework went by the wayside, and so did sleep. These gamers only had one thing on their minds: Sword Quest. This wasn't just a new game. Epic and ambitious, the company promised $150,000 in prizes to 4 finalists, with the Sword of Ultimate Sorcery going to the grand prize winner.
Just got this, $3.35 an hour minimum wage job, and next thing you know, I got this freaking $25,000 prize.
But what started as a video game promotion would become one of the most controversial moments in 80s pop culture, with broken promises, urban myths, payoffs, and a central mystery that's consumed fans for decades.
I never ended up seeing these prizes in person.
How did all those prizes, valued at $150,000, become something of a lost treasure? I'm Jamie Loftus. Join us for The Legend of Sword Quest, a podcast about the fall of Atari and the disappearing Sword Quest prizes. We'll follow the quest for missing treasure across 4 decades. Listen to The Legend of Sword Quest on the iHeartRadio app.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 always here on the iHeartRadio app. Now's the time for you to get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas A&M taking on the Texas Longhorns at the Moody Center tomorrow night. Game tips off at 5 p.m. Keyword for the day that you need to use on going on that iHeartRadio app where it's always free. Leave the message. And it is Bevo. Bevo is the word of the day to get a chance to win that a pair of tickets to go check out the game. Texas is in a good spot right now. They're winners of 2 games, back-to-back games against an opponent that has been ranked in Alabama, and then being able to give Vanderbilt their first loss. So it's been kind of cool to watch the turnaround for this team. But, like anything else, you got to be consistent with it and making sure that you show up as well. Texas A&M comes in 13-4 and 3-1 in conference play. But I also wanted to talk to you about this. College football, the Hall of Fame has announced its recipients that will go in this year in Las Vegas, December the 8th. It will be the 68th annual College Football Awards dinner, where every one of these guys will get a chance to go into the Hall of Fame. 18 first-team All-American players and 4 coaches will be inducted. Some of the key names that were on there, Mark, these will be names that you and I know well. Kijana Carter from Penn State, 1991 to 94. He's now going to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Aaron Donald is going into the College Football Hall of Fame. He was at Pittsburgh from 2010 to 2013. Marvin Harrison will finally go into the college football. It's kind of funny because you forget and don't think about it, right? You don't think about the College Football Hall of Fame. You think about the NFL Hall of Fame. But we cover University of Texas so well that there's a lot of guys that are in there. But some of these names you look at and you're like, this dude's not in the Hall of Fame? This dude didn't get into the Hall of Fame?
I think a lot of the association is if they did well in college, then they should do well in the pros. people like Kajana Carter didn't do well in the pros. Eric Bieniemy
That's
didn't.
because he went to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
also his
always
first
that.
carry, his first carry.
Yeah, towards me. Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys that in college they were phenoms.
Exactly, like Marvin Harrison being able to at Syracuse with Donovan McNabb. You also have Mark Ingram from Alabama, Alabama's first Heisman Trophy winner. Think about that, Alabama. His first one was in 2010, 2011, where Mark Ingram won the Heisman Trophy. James Laurinaitis, linebacker from Ohio State. He was against Texas, and that in his time, he played against them. Herman Moore, wide receiver from Virginia, who went on to play for the New York Jets. Terrence Newman, K-State, getting into the College Football Hall of Fame. And here's two names that I'm like, huh? Ndamukong Suh is just now going into the College Football Hall of Fame. And Peter the Freak Warrick from Florida State is just now going into the College Football Hall of Fame. Ndamukong Suh was the scariest person that I've ever seen in my life playing football when he was ragdolling Colt McCoy in the Big 12 championship game. All he did was grab Colt every single play and chunk him around like he was playing with toys.
And nobody did anything about
They
it.
couldn't.
What could you do?
They couldn't.
They're like, look, I'd rather him be mad at him than mad at me.
I don't want him fight. I don't want to fight the whole team. And then you look at the coaches that are going in there. Two of these guys are talented guys, and I want you to hear these win percentages. Gary Patterson, he's from TCU. From 2000 to 2021, he was 181 and 79. That's a winning percentage of 69.6%. And Chris Peterson of Boise State and the University of Washington, Chris Peterson, 147 and 38. Do you know what that percentage is? 79.5. He won 80% of the games that he was coaching. That is unbelievable when you think about it. College Football Hall of Fame, they said they have 10 unanimous first-team All-Americans, 6 consensus first-team All-Americans, 4 multi-year first-team All-Americans, 8 winners of major awards, and then you have 2 members of a national championship team, and that's Mark Ingram and Peter Warrick. That Peter Warrick championship game was against Michael Vick, and Peter Warrick put on an absolute – everybody was talking about what Michael Vick did in that game because it hadn't been seen before, and that's when the world really understood how talented Michael Vick was. But people forgot Peter Warrick put that team on his back and got busy in that game, making tough catches, punt returns. He was a freak, and I was always a fan of Peter Warrick.
The power of Florida was like in its splendor during that time because, you had Peter Warrick at Florida State who was just like video game numbers.
Absolutely.
It's just like that's the only way to explain it. And Percy Harvin, too.
Yeah, he was a freak.
Like both of those guys, they did it differently, but they did similar things. Score from anywhere.
Yep.
You could put him at corner if you wanted to.
He was a freak.
He just was a genetic freak and had unbelievable abilities, change of direction, could catch the ball, strong hands. You could put him in the backfield, punt return, kickoff return. Anytime that you saw him get guys, you remember Florida State would do the kickoff thing where they would get the ball and then they would run and hand it to him.
Yeah, because they knew If he's gonna do
I'm
something,
like, wait a minute. Get the ball. Did he just run and hand him the ball?
Get the ball to your best player.
Wow.
Make things happen.
And the reason why he wasn't a star in the NFL is the same reason why Kajana called
He
him.
went to the Bengals. Exactly. Bengals just where dreams go to die. Also, another back that is inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame is Georgia running back Garrison Hurst, 1990, 92. Quick story before we go to break. I met Garrison Hurst in Phoenix, Arizona. I was out there playing fall league baseball with the Expos. He walks up, and I said, "What up, Marshall?" Thought he was Marshall Falk at first. I knew it was Garrison Hurst, but Marshall Falk was on my mind. That's the first thing. He never talked to me the rest of the night.
Wow, I bet he did.
He did not. We'll be back for hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. You big dummy. Hardge here, and the new year is officially rolling in at Cover Ford Hutto. And if 2026 is about leveling up your life, it's definitely time to level up your ride. Right now, kick off the year strong with $11,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. Or take adventure into the new year with $9,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. See dealer for details. New year, new drive, serious savings. Happy New Year from Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, coverfordhutto.com.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If your player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Patrick. So code Patrick to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cash back app that gets you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
Want to save some money in 2026? Stop paying for apps you don't need. The iHeartRadio app is completely free. Live radio stations, music playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet. The #1 app for radio is free. iHeartRadio. Listen now.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on the AM 1300 The Zone Sports Radio. Oh my gosh. You know, we could get into so many different conversations, and we do most of the time off air, but Mark is still making fun of me because I forgot who Garrison Hurst was. And
that's almost the worst thing that you can do to somebody is walk up and say, "Oh, hey, how you doing, Marcus? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not Marcus."
Right. That's like Craig's commercial, his commercial with Dick Vitale. He's like, "Oh, you got to let me make it up to you. I know your name is Craig," and they called him something else. I mean, I get it. But I knew who it was. I just didn't. The words did not come out of my mouth properly. For those that are just tuning in, I told a story. Garrison Hurst is now a college football Hall of Famer. He will be inducted with a bunch of other great players.
But tell him what you did, son. Tell him what you did.
I was playing ball in Arizona. He was playing for the Cardinals. I was there for Arizona Fall League, for Major League Baseball stuff. And he walks into the same area that I'm in, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Marshall?" And he looked at me like, "Garrison." And I'm like, I knew that. And then I felt like I needed to go in the corner and just go sit by myself. And you said during the break, he said, you know that he was sitting over there with his friends and looked over there and said,
and pointed at you.
You see that clown over there? He thought I was Marshall Falk. And his homeboys was probably like, well, you kind of look like him.
But also said that it made me think of something really entertaining. And that is moments where you embarrass yourself by saying something. And
if you ask my family, that happens more. It happens more than you think.
I asked the lady one time, so when are you due?
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus.
She was not pregnant.
Obviously.
God, dog, I wish I could go back in time and fix that one.
Not happening. You messed up.
But I'm just saying, I
would much rather be able to say that I got somebody's name wrong as opposed to saying that somebody
I've said some dumb stuff in my life. I can't help it. My brain was messed up when I was young. But I want the fans, like guys on the text line, please text us a couple of stories where you put foot in mouth and wish that you could go back and correct it.
Man, yeah.
That's going to be fun. We read a couple of those.
No, the show will
It'll
be
make
over.
us feel better about our mistakes.
The show will be over. Hour number one, we talked about Texas getting a new offensive lineman from Wake Forest.
Yep.
Melvin Sinai is now coming in. Brandon Harris did his job. Texas women basketball fall 68-65 to number 2 ranked South Carolina. Vic Schaefer's not worried about his team. They get back to action this weekend. We talked about the NCAA point shaving scandal where 39 college basketball players on 17 different teams have been involved with point shaving across college basketball. So when your buddy says, oh man, they point shaving, he might be correct. Might be correct. But right now we're going to get into this game this weekend. The Buffalo Bills will be taking on the Broncos. The Broncos are a 1.5 point favorite. Kickoff is at 3:30 on CBS. Mark, who you got in this game? Bills, Broncos.
This is gonna disappoint you, but I'm gonna have to go with the Broncos.
Ain't gonna disappoint me. That's
because
good.
I
shout out to Kenny.
I know you think that I'm a Bills Mafia guy because they wrestle and throw each other through tables and stuff. I just think that the Broncos defense, they're gonna really guard the pass, and they're gonna make Josh Allen run, and he's gonna get hit. And they're gonna run out of time. The Broncos are not gonna let you just score. Like, if you can't score 27 points, you're gonna lose the game.
Yeah, their corners are nice. The Bills are dealing with injuries. They lost another wide receiver. Shavers has torn his ACL, so he is out. And that is another player that needs to step up, that needed to step up. But the one that needs to step up is Keon Coleman. Is he going to be able to make some plays for them? The nightcap is oh, by the way, I'm going to take the Bills just because we can't be on the same. Yeah, we can't be on the same side. The Niners and the Seattle. The Niners go to Seattle. Seattle is a 7-point favorite. But the story that is out there right now, quarterback Sam Darnold strained his oblique during practice, and he is listed as questionable. The OC is Clint Kubiak. He's been interviewing for a lot of head coaching jobs, but he talks about Drew Lock and the possibility of Drew Lock being the quarterback in this game.
Yeah, Drew's been really impressive throughout OTAs and training camp and in his role. Started a lot of football games, 28 games in the league. So a lot of confidence in Drew. Brought him here for a reason.
Was today the first day Drew got reps at the ones?
No, he's gotten, you split him in throughout the year. Definitely not as much as the first guy.
I mean this week.
Yes. Yeah. Mostly in walkthroughs. Yeah.
An oblique injury for a quarterback, what's the biggest hampering that does?
Yeah, obviously any injury, you just want to know what the significance is. So again, I'll let Coach talk about all those things.
Run game. We actually got this last.
Yeah, so him being out, if he may be out, I don't think he's gonna. He said, Sam Darnold said, "I'm playing in this game." You know that they find a way to get that shot in there, but don't forget, a couple people been having punctured lungs trying to get them shots in there to go back out there and play. So we'll see. The line hadn't moved. It's at 7 right now. The line still hadn't moved.
It's going to stay there. I think it's wolf tickets. I think that they want to run play action, so they want you to come after us. Come after me.
They're going to come after him.
And they're going to come after him.
And they're going to hit that rib. And I'll be going at it
I
too.
hope and pray for him that it's a ruse.
Yeah.
That his rib is really not hurt, because
but you can't play like that with the NFL. You can't put out a fake report. There's some fines that can be involved in this deal. There's money that has to be involved in it. They can try it, but if he's on the injury report and they find out, we were just playing, somebody gonna have to answer this. That's
Scooby.
Right. I mean, they'll win the game, so it'll be what it is. But we'll see. But I'm gonna roll with. I like the Niners here. I like the Niners. I know they cover the 7.
It might be inside thing. I think the coach and the quarterback, hey, we got to get them to come after us so we can hit these play actions.
We'll see.
I wouldn't say nothing, Coach.
Then we go to Sunday. That game will be on Fox Saturday night. Tom Brady will be on the call. Tom Brady will be on the call. Sunday, the Texans versus the Patriots. The Patriots are a 3-point favorite. That game will be on ESPN and ABC.
They playing in Antarctica, ain't they?
But before we get into that, I want you to hear from Kyle Shanahan on Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has played well at that field where the Seattle Seahawks are. And Kyle talked about why Brock Purdy has never lost there.
I think the big thing is Brock doesn't get rattled. I mean, you can be as loud as you want. They're still probably not going to hear you there, especially if you're in the gun. And then we know they'll be that much louder this week. But I think it's nothing really rattles Brock. He stays the same. As you guys got to know Brock in all the situations, I don't think when you guys talk to him, whether he's had a good game, a bad game, I don't think he ever seems much different. He's always Brock, and you feel that on the sidelines throughout a game. And you felt that last week. That's what I thought was so impressive, having that interception with like 8 minutes to go and we lose the lead. And the way he came back and played the next drive after that is the perfect example of that's what I mean by, like, you can kind of see people's character, what type of people they are on the silent tape. And a guy who can act like that on that silent tape describes exactly the type of dude he is.
That's what it's all about, being locked in and not falling for the banana in the tailpipe and being able to stay where he needs to stay in those particular moments. The Sunday, we have the Texans and the Patriots. Mike Vrabel talked about that Texans defense and what he sees with them.
Is this the best defense you've faced so far?
Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, they have great talent, great scheme. They play hard. I respect how hard they play. And they're just not only talented, but they have a play demeanor that I can appreciate.
That's what it's all about when you start to look at it. And then the nightcap, we talked about the freezing moments, the Rams at the Bears. It was snowing yesterday. It doesn't look like it's going to let up. The Bears are plus 3.5. That means the Rams are favored. I'm not sure how this game is going to play out. I want to go with the Bears, but my Super Bowl pick was the Rams.
They need to call Houston and get those Heat fans that they had on their bench. It's like you go to your grandmama's house and she had that heater that had the cement blocks that heated up and turned red. Houston had those on their sideline. Everybody looked warm and toasty over there.
I'm pretty sure they have that technology.
They're gonna see what's up. Coming up next, we're gonna talk to our girl Ann Parker Coleman of KView and break down all the latest with the Texas Longhorns men's and women's basketball, and of course some football. And we got to get an injury update from Ann Coleman right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. That's friend. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone. From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. We do have an accident reported. This is going to be Ben White Boulevard on the frontage road westbound at Bannister Lane, causing no delay. But on Research Boulevard southbound at Lake Creek Parkway, we have an accident there. Two left lanes are blocked, and also the U-turn lane is blocked as well. Disabled vehicle block in the left lane, 35 on the frontage road southbound at Windy Hill Road. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Electrical problems are a warning. Flickering lights, warm switches, bulbs burning out too soon all need attention. I trust Abacus licensed electricians. Their years of experience make an electrical problem no problem. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
The misinformation and miscommunication surrounding health and science are almost laughable. So why not laugh about it?
The toilet is like our refuge. Your toilet is your only place where you get to escape.
It's a new year, new start. And the hilarious podcast Health Stuff is taking a new look at health.
This is a show about the basics of health, but this is not a basic show.
Turns out, real health conversations aren't always polite. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Health Stuff, and listen now.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-688-6641. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-688-6641. That's 800-688-6641. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
New year, new opportunities. Start 2026 by taking control of your financial future with Texitcoin, the cryptocurrency born in Texas for Texas. Fast, secure, and decentralized, Texitcoin is your chance to buy into freedom and innovation. Don't just make the resolution, make moves toward independence, growth, and real financial power. Visit Texitcoin.com today and join the Texas revolution in finance. Make this the year you lead, not follow. Texitcoin, where Texas meets tomorrow.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 24/7 comedy.
Men don't settle there. We surrender.
Women, we never express the emotions we're actually feeling, right? I'm fine means I'm about to stab you in the neck.
Clips from today's top comedians and the greatest of all time.
Donut hole. If you want a donut, have a donut. Why are you eating the hole?
When you need a laugh, just open the free iHeartRadio app and search comedy.
You can actually change the station.
iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We took the week off last Friday, but we are back as always with our girl Ann Parker Coleman of Review. She is up and ready to go. AP, first off, let me ask you, how's the injury? I know that and calling into your lap after one of the players for Vanderbilt decided it was time to come say hello to you.
He wanted to take a seat. He was feeling a little tired, and I cannot blame him. It was a beatdown on Wednesday night. But guys, you know what? I will consider myself lucky for the most part because I have been doing sports reporting and, sitting on the baseline of basketball games for 4 years now. I guess this would be my 4th basketball season. And knock on wood, that was the first time and last time that I have gotten trampled courtside. I'm shocked it hasn't happened before. But that was a first for me. Hopefully last.
Yeah, I was like, when I saw the video, I was like, oh, my girl got knocked over on the baseline. And then I went back and I thought about the time that Laura Rutledge, she was doing the sideline reporting for the Georgia game. Yeah. And right after the first play, I don't even understand how she didn't see it. I went back and watched it.
You could see it right at her. To her. I know, and I am thankful because you always see these things happen, like multiple sideline reporters just getting just crushed. And then you watch basketball games, and we were sitting right on the baseline, like 2 feet off the court, and you see guys come off and fall into kind of the media well, so to speak. You see it happen all the time. And you always feel so bad when it happens to somebody because you're like, oh, that is just so embarrassing. And then it happens to you and you're like, oh, that is so embarrassing. It was kind of funny too because, it's like me and then the guy next to me kind of like gets taken out a little bit too, but it was mostly me. And the Vanderbilt guy kind of, gets back up and I'm like kind of pushing him like, go. And he keeps like looking at me being like, are you good? And I'm like, I'm fine. You're playing a basketball game. Like, go. It's okay. You don't need to be polite right now. You're busy.
So let me ask you this. You obviously courtside on the court, getting to see that. What was the difference to you that you saw? Because you've been at those games where they've struggled. You were there for the Virginia game. You've been there for a lot of games. And you see this team go out and beat a team that was undefeated coming in. Do you start to see some chemistry forming, some cohesiveness? Did it look like a different team for you?
Oh my gosh, it looks like a completely different team. I think I tweeted this on Wednesday night, but if a week ago you could have told me after that Tennessee loss, like that this Texas team would have beaten Alabama and then Vanderbilt, there was just no way. I would not have believed you. And I don't mean to sound like Sean Miller, but I think the difference is effort. That is what he has been preaching to us the entire time after that loss but the loss against Mississippi State, in Tennessee, when his team just looked completely lost. It was effort. You don't have guys getting back on defense. And, it also helps when you have a guy like Jordan Pope, who we honestly didn't talk about enough at the end of the Vanderbilt game, but like he picked up right where he left off against Alabama, scored the first 5 points of the game. Like when you have a guy like that, who has that kind of motor at the beginning of the game, and then something about Trayvon Mark in SEC play is different. I don't know what exactly it is. And somebody tried to ask that after Vanderbilt, like, you really turn on this time of year. What is that? He's like, I don't know. I guess I just like SEC play. But when you have those kind of guys that can step up, and then you have a guy like Matis who can just draw as many fouls as he does and then score 22 points, you are in a much better position to win than about a week ago. I think you're right. Like all these things are just kind of coming together at the right time. And I think that's maybe something Sean Miller didn't expect either. Like as a coach, it takes time to build these kind of things. I don't think that he realized it was going to take this much time. I think that he thought he would have seen this team. Yeah, sure. Maybe not in November against Duke, but in December, and thought he probably would have gotten this before conference play. Yeah. But I mean, I've talked to you guys about it before. Like this is a melting pot of a team. You have guys from not just all over the country, all over the world, speaking different languages. It makes sense that it would take a little bit more long for these guys to start to click and just get in a rhythm.
Ms. Parker, there were a lot of things that happened amazing in that game. Were you on the end of the court where our guy, Kendall Weaver, did he levitated at one point? I can't. How amazing was it to see that close?
Yes. So basically, I believe this would have been
what you saw, because
yeah,
I know what I saw.
Yeah, he was trying to get a rebound, right? This is when yes. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. But basically, Kendall was going up under the basket trying to get a rebound, and he's in midair, and the ball kind of moves, and so he's like up here, and then he in midair moved too and got the ball. It was one of the most athletic, not even athletic, like astonishing things I have ever seen, so much so that I'm filming this, like I'm doing my job. And I went back to see the film because I was like, oh, I hope that I got a good shot of that. That was so cool. I like dropped the camera and looked at it. I had nothing. I was so disappointed because it was such an athletic feat. I was like, oh, I hope that I have that on video so we can show everybody. And that's, again, something that we didn't talk about enough. That was a really wild sequence, like to see a guy in midair like shift his body and then get the ball. It was incredible.
Man.
Yeah, it was phenomenal when you think about his athleticism. And as you said, it was one of the most astonishing things that you could probably ever see with your eyes. And you had that baseline view of it actually happening. And you're probably like, wait a minute.
What did I
just see? It's just one of those moments.
I'm going to go back and look at it when I get home, just to see the replay and slow it down. I want to freeze frame. He should do this and put it on his social media.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the most impressive things I've seen this season. Yeah. I mean, I put it up there with Wemby's 2 steps from the 3-point line to layup.
Yeah. We're talking
Yeah,
about
well, yeah.
Go ahead, AP.
No, I was just gonna say I'm trying to pull up his box score because can't remember exactly what it was, but like,
well, he got the player of the game, defensive player of the game, because of what he was able to do with the rebounds, his deflections, and Coach Sean Miller calls those winning plays, and that's exactly what he had during that game. So
exactly,
he's an integral part of the success of this team. So we're excited about it. But I wanted to ask you, baseball is right around the corner. We're going to start having Coach Sark on next week. Texas comes in as the number 3 team. What did I say?
Coach Sark.
No, I said Coach Sloss.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Well, he did say Sark, but I know he meant Sloss. I heard you.
Sloss next week. And you and I, we do a segment over at KView talking about the baseball team and the games that are going on. But my question to you, when you looked at this team and you get the preseason number 3, you get preseason number 8, preseason number 9, and then you look at the recruiting class and what they were able to do, this could be another one of those special years that Texas has been waiting for. And I think this is a team that is, the expectations is Omaha. It always is here, but it's more realistic this year.
Oh, absolutely. I think last year completely exceeded expectations. And this year you have another year under Sloss. He's able to get more guys in. I think it's going to be a really impressive season. And from a talent perspective, I think arms-wise, you're in a better position. You have a guy like Dylan Valantis, who, SEC Freshman of the Year. He has another year under his belt. I think we talked about it maybe in the spring, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him move into a starter position. That was what he was in high school. He just is such a phenomenal athlete. He could close as well. You get Carson Tenney behind the plate. Aiden Robbins, when I went to the fall ball game, is he Seton Hall? Aiden Robbins.
Yeah, he's from Seton Hall. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Probably one of the most impressive, most memorable new guys on the roster that I saw. I think I'm really excited to see what they can churn out.
Well, you talk about the transfer portal, and we obviously talk a lot about it with college football. What has been your thoughts on what Texas has been able to do in the transfer portal? And, of course, the recruiting class, 22 of the 23 signees are already on campus.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the transfer portal, I'll quote some of our basketball guys. Like, they said on Wednesday night after losing for a while, they're like, hey, guys, don't give up on us. The same thing applies to Texas football, because the amount of vitriol that I saw on Twitter before Texas started signing guys, thinking like they're not getting anybody out of the portal, it's going to be a mess. Yeah, y'all, you just got to be patient. Sark's going to cook, but you don't have to get everybody right at the beginning, okay? We can take our time, and it paid off. Look at that. Like, within 2 hours on Saturday, all of a sudden you have Hollywood Smothers and Cam Coleman. Like, just be a little patient. And remember, like, the portal closes today, but guys can commit after today. It's just you have to enter your name today. So they still have plenty of time to get some other guys, like the offensive lineman from Colorado, and keep my eye on him.
All right. As always, we appreciate you. Make sure tomorrow at the game you're a little bit more careful. Go as a spectator and sit in a regular seat and not
buy
get
some
trampled.
football pads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll bring my helmet next time, guys.
As always, we appreciate you and look forward to the conversations. As I said, baseball season is right around the corner. I can't wait to get back with you and start talking some baseball.
Me too. Thanks, guys.
All right. Appreciate you. There she is, Ann Parker Coleman of KView. Coming up next, we've got the World's Strongest Take, brought to you by the World's Strongest Man, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app. or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
We have an accident blocking the right lane. This is going to be on the Mopac northbound at Duval Road, causing no delay right now with a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. This is going to be 35 on the frontage road southbound at Windy Hill Road. And then finally, a disabled vehicle in the center lane. This is blocking this one. 35 on the frontage southbound at FM 2001. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
From the opening tip to the final buzzer, make Bud Light part of your Texas basketball tradition. It's crisp, it's clean, and easy to enjoy because Bud Light has always been the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. So when you're in the mood to get to the moody, make sure you stop by the concession stand and pick up a Bud Light. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We started Hennion and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free premium delivery on any bed with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at the Sleep Number store today.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Dear Austin weather, sunshine for your Friday, a high of 72. Clear tonight, a low of 40. Saturday, sunshine, a high of 56, low of 28. Sunday, sunshine, a high of 64.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Rock icons unleashed and on stage.
What song is it you want to hear?
Introducing iHeartRadio's Classic Rock Live.
What a wonderful evening.
Your front row pass to rock's most iconic live recordings, all commercial free. Hear the boss sing to the rafters. Zeppelin set the stage on fire. And feel AC/DC bring the house down. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Classic Rock Live, and make it a preset now. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Special shout out to our girl Ann Parker. Make sure you follow her and check out all her work. But right now, it's time for the world's strongest man. To bring you the world's strongest man. Take it away.
Hard. You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest tape by the world's strongest man. Cause back then they didn't know. Now I'm hot. They all on. Here we are again. And this is the way too soon version of what they say that the University of Texas Longhorn football team will look like next season in 26. Starting quarterback Arch Manning, Hollywood Smothers, Cam Coleman, Ryan Wingo, and Emmett Mosley at wide receivers, Michael Masunas at tight end, Trevor Gooseby and Melvin Ciani at tackles, both of which only allowed 3 sacks all season combined. And you have Dylan Saworski, Connor Robinson, and Brandon Baker at the interior. Looks pretty good. But you look at the reserves, too deep, having a quarterback backup like Bell, who's a 5-star guy who everybody automatically assumes is going to have a leg up on Lacey, who's been here in the program. Big possibility. But then you got Raleek Brown that's right there. Him and Smothers, in different circumstances, they have their strengths. I feel like Brown is more explosive in between the tackles. Smothers is the outside gadget, stretch, zone read guy. And then we have big hopes for Michael Terry and DJ McCutcheon and Lockett next season. Not to mention Jermaine Bishop is going to play. He is going to play. If they go 4 wides, look for him to be on the field. Hardge, the offense looks great. I think that tomorrow I will get into the defense more because I want to look at Will Muskamp's scheme more to see who fits better. And I still don't think that they're done because they have multiple. Will Muschamp likes a thumper and sometimes 5 defensive linemen and 2 linebackers, and then sometimes he'll go 3 and 4. But that is complicated, so I want to be able to really dive into that tomorrow. But on Monday and today, what do you think about? What say you about this offense?
I mean, obviously, going to pick up a new offensive lineman is something that we've been talking about for quite some time. I mean, that's been one of the areas of concern as Texas tries to put themselves in the best light. And being able to get a guy to protect Arch Manning, we don't talk about this enough about the growth that we saw from Arch Manning dealing with some of the things he had to deal with. But now you bring back a Trevor Gooseby, somebody that is the anchor that has a lot of games under his belt now.
Right.
He's learned and he's getting better. And now you bring in a guy like Ciani, he's bookending this. Then you move some guys in that were playing on the outside. Now they are looking at something different. And maybe that was the piece that was missing. Maybe you weren't good enough to be on the outside. That's why we're going to slide you in. Now your stock goes up.
Right.
You know, there's some things because now you play both positions. I kind of liken it to what we saw from Tyler Smith from the Dallas Cowboys, where he came from Tulsa. He's a left tackle. They moved him to left guard, and now he's a
Makes
road
the Pro
grader.
Bowl.
Yeah, and then, they go out and get Booker, and they move Booker in from Alabama, and they move him to that guard position. Well, he's a guard anyway, but he was able to get tough and be able to show that, oh, yeah, we're going to run the ball. Cowboys go for 1,000 yards.
Right.
This is the first year that, since Sark has been here, that Texas did not have a 1,000-yard rusher. Now you go out and get some playmakers in the backfield, we might see some movement back on that offensive line. So I think what Texas did is what they needed to do. Now they need to make sure that there's enough depth at all of those positions, and we'll see what ends up happening. But you see that they are making moves that are going to help with this offense. And again, we talked about this a while back. When the move was made for PK, it was, don't look at this hand, look at this hand. Because that offense has got to be better, because that is what Coach Sark is known for. And if this offense does not look good, then we got something else to be talking about.
Right. Well, you just like I said, with Arch having Bell behind him, they also brought in Derek Cooper, a 5-star running back from Florida, as well as Simon did a really good job. And I'm glad that he stayed and didn't get in the portal, because I feel like that he's going to be a guy that can develop. And at wide receiver, Jermaine Bishop is I haven't seen nobody more explosive in the depth department. Like, Texas is really strong in the skills. We just got to see what Jonte Newman, Andre Kojo, and Jordan Coleman are going to do if they don't bring in a couple of more offensive linemen, preferably a center now.
Yeah, we're going to end up seeing what's going to happen as this team continues to make moves. It's been impressive, nonetheless, so we will see exactly what the situation brings. When we come back, I got to talk about the Dodgers and what they've been able to do, and we'll recap all the things that have happened right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
The hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Marvin will hoist it from half court and makes it. Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
We have an accident blocking the right lane. This is going to be on the Mopac northbound at Duval Road, causing no delay right now with a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. This is going to be 35 on the frontage road southbound at Windy Hill Road. And then finally, a disabled vehicle in the center lane. This is blocking this one. 35 on the frontage southbound at FM 2001. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Electrical problems are a warning. Flickering lights, warm switches, bulbs burning out too soon all need attention. I trust Abacus licensed electricians. Their years of experience make an electrical problem no problem. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
Over 3 million Texans struggle with diabetes. There are neighbors, teachers, doctors and nurses, police officers, and often their family members. Across every walk of life, Texans may be fighting a serious health battle, but there's hope for a cure. Right now, when you make a donation to HelpStopDiabetes.com, Thomas J. Henry will generously match your donation, with all proceeds supporting the American Diabetes Association. Because when we take care of each other, we take care of Texas. Please make your donation today. Visit HelpStopDiabetes.com.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real?
But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-687-0346. 800-687-0346. That's 800-687-0346.
The deals are heating up at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Lease a new Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $329 a month with zero down. Or lease a new Ford Explorer for $429 a month with zero down. 36-month lease terms. Bronco Sport MSRP $33,690. Explorer Active MSRP $42,940 before discounts. For well-qualified buyers with approved credit. First payment due at signing. See dealer for details. Ends 2/2/26.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pro Savings Days are happening now at Lowe's. Save $70 on the DeWalt 12-inch miter saw, now just $279. Plus, get what you need delivered to your door or job site with free standard shipping from My Lowe's Pro Rewards members. Don't miss out. Shop Pro Savings Days deals today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/23. Free shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to change. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Your home for the Horns.
Wonderful week of show we have had all week long. Thank you to everybody that has been tuning in. Thank you to our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 who was with us yesterday. Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, as they get ready to take on the big-time game this weekend against the Patriots. I'm excited for that. You can hear it all right here on Sports Radio AM 13. So you can also hear the Texas A&M versus Texas Longhorn matchup at the Moody Center. Will be taking place tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We left the keyword of the day, which is Evo. Go ahead and hit us up on that iHeartRadio app to give yourself a chance to win. And, of course, we got to thank Joe Cook of Inside Texas, Danny Davis of the Austin Statesman. Next week, we've got a lot of folks coming on with us. We'll have Kat Osterman on with us next Thursday, along with Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle, as he is preparing for the upcoming season. But first, we got to get into this conversation about the L.A. Dodgers. I've been teasing it all day long, and the Dodgers, all they do is sign superstars. And folks are out there angry angry right now. What are the Dodgers doing? Can't believe that they're signing Kyle Tucker now. The Dodgers have agreed to Kyle Tucker, 4-year, $240 million contract. And this is funny to me because everybody is looking at the Dodgers and said they're ruining baseball. Y'all wasn't saying that when the Yankees was doing it every year.
Whoa.
Yankees out there just spending like crazy, and now all of a sudden, you mad when we do it, but when you do it, it's cool.
I was calling them the evil empire.
Well, joining the Death Star is the L.A. Dodgers. All they've done is sign superstar after superstar. Tucker's deal got $30 million that is deferred. So he will be making $60 million per season. Think about that, folks. You talk about money. And then you look at this roster. You got Will Smith at catcher, 2-time All-Star, 2-time or more All-Star. Freddie Freeman, All-Star. Max Muncy, All-Star. Mookie Betts, MVP. Teoscar Hernandez, All-Star. Kyle Tucker and Shohei Ohtani, all in the same roster. They went out and signed Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, and they had Roaki Sasaki from last year. And then they went out and signed Diaz this year from the New York Mets. Baseball runs through L.A., and they are plus 250 to win the World Series again this year. Mark, as a Yankee fan, how does this make you feel?
Oh, I feel really bad, Hardge.
Why?
For lack of a better term. I mean, I could say something else, but the rules don't say you can talk like that on radio.
That's good.
I just don't like the fact that they are getting everybody. I mean, there's no cap. Where do you get the money? I mean, where are they getting the money to do all of this?
Hey, man, don't worry. Don't be pocket watching over there. They didn't make that deferred $700 million that they gave to Shohei Ohtani. They made that back in the first month of the season. Yeah.
Yes, wait.
They understand.
I don't like it.
Well, don't worry. There will be a strike coming up pretty soon, so don't worry about that.
Are you sure it's going to be a strike?
Oh, there's definitely going to be a strike. There's too much money out there. You're talking about it. I mean, there's way too much money being paid, and the networks are having to fit this bill on a lot of these things. And baseball ratings are up, by the way.
And also, you got to add in that these apps are getting on it too.
Exactly, streaming, everything is out there. So there's ways that they're going to be making all this money for sure. Let's get back into the NFL. Did you know that every remaining quarterback in the playoffs, except for one, was a first-round pick? Matthew Stafford, first overall. Caleb Williams, first overall. C.J. Stroud, second overall. Sam Darnold, third overall. Drake May, third overall. Josh Allen, seventh overall. Bo Nix, 12th overall. And Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, 262nd pick. Not a first rounder. But that just
he's going to be the first one out.
No way.
They out. They're going to be out of there.
No way. No way.
I will bet you a barbecue dinner that I don't bet money.
I was going to say, first off, I've been to the barbecue dinners with you. You ain't finna get in my pocket like that. No way, no how. You know why?
See, that just says you know that I'm winning.
No.
You know, did he just say he know I'm winning, Mark?
No. That has nothing to do with whether you going to
That means you're going to pay up.
No.
Thank you.
I'm not. Once again, hope you hear me. I am not wagering with you.
Well, that's kind of
I've seen you eat.
It is kind of fair because it's a plus. Yeah, you got Seattle. He got San Fran.
It ain't fair. You know why?
Because the money battles it out because of the spread.
No, because Mark won't barbecue no matter what because that's what's going to end up happening. So he's like, if I win, I eat. If I lose, I eat.
Okay, so where would you want to go eat?
I will bring you a ham sandwich.
No, I don't want a sandwich.
Yeah, you like mayo or mustard?
Where would you want to go eat?
That's a good question.
Or just say what type of food.
Oh, I'm open to pretty much anything. I mean, I'm open to pretty much
obviously.
anything. Oh, man, don't even try that. Don't even try that. This dude over
Well,
here,
you just messing with me.
Yeah, what? That's because you make it part of your bit about eating.
It's my thing. There's no shame to it.
And if you like to sponsor,
if you want to catch me, go out to eat.
And if you would like to sponsor us here at
there you go.
1300
Say
The
it.
Zone, we are definitely open to helping you and yours expand your business opportunities.
And my waistline.
Mark Henry is one of the best at it. I try my best to follow in his footsteps.
And I try to get in on it
and
too.
Marcus tries as well. So if you
Marcus just gonna eat the vegetables,
want to have us speak on you, reach out to our folks here at iHeartRadio because we are guaranteed human. We're not AI generated. We are live and in living color for you.
That's right.
Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. right here on the Morning Kickoff. Make sure you get out and listen to Craig Way this afternoon. And also make sure you get out to the Moody Center this weekend as Texas men tomorrow will take on the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. That game will tip off at 5 o'clock. You can also get back over there on Sunday to watch the women take on Texas A&M. They tip off at 3 o'clock. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. The Houston Texans will be on radio this weekend, too, with the voice, Mark Vandermeer, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Peace.
Oh, we're gonna be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know it's cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and